Well, good day dear chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video want to share with you another brilliant attacking game played by Soviet chess player Rashid Nezhmetdinov. As you know, Nezhmetdinov had a fierce attacking style whose games are always interesting and entertaining. In this game, Super Nezh is on the black side and his opponent is Romanian chess master Victor Chiocaltea. The game was played in 1954 in Bucharest. But before starting our game, make sure that you are subscribed in order not to miss my future uploads. Back to our chessboard, where Ciocaltea is playing with white pieces and he opened up with e4. Nezhmetdinov responded with e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, we have the Italian game, and knight f6, Nezhmetdinov chooses two knights defense, knight g5, white is instantly targeting the pawn on f7, d5, in return Nezhmetdinov chooses the main line which starts with d5. He takes d5, knight a5, bishop b5 check, c6, d takes c6, b takes c6, bishop e2, and this time Nezhmetdinov is kicking away white knight, knight f3. Another popular retreating square for white knight is h3, but in our game we have knight f3. Here comes e4, knight e5, queen c7. This is a move which Goering also loved to play. Knight g4. Well, knight g4 is already a dubious move. Usually in here, white is playing d4. This is the main move. f4 is also playable. And the problem with this knight g4 is that you are not going for d4 and later going for d4 and completing the development of the queenside pieces becomes somewhat challenging. Here comes bishop takes g4, bishop takes g4, bishop c5, bishop e2, rook d8, c3, and knight b7. The threat was b4, although I have to tell you that a move like e3 is also something which is worth taking into consideration. And then bishop b6. But in our game, after c3, we have knight b7. White castles kingside and h5. With this move, black is securing this g4 square for the knight. d4. Finally, white wants to complete his development on the queen side by opening up the dark squared bishop's diagonal, but in here Nezhmetdinov captured en passant, and it turns out that completing the queenside development is not an easy task, because black is proceeding with the attack, giving white no time to breathe. Knight g4 with a direct mating threat. Queen e2 check, king f8, g3, a nice square for the king, right? So Nezhmetdinov didn't castle, placed his king on f8 where it's completely safe, and now this rook can support the attack. Queen d7, hitting the bishop on d3, and at the same time black is overprotecting the knight on g4, preparing h4. Bishop e4, h4, bishop f4, and as everything is ready for the final blow, Nezhmetdinov went for knight takes h2. So we have a knight sacrifice, guys, but accepting the piece sacrifice can be suicidal, because after h takes g3 double check, the queen is also jumping into the game and it's over. If rook e1, then g takes f2 is winning, just no way out. That's why in our game rook e1 was played and Nezhmetdinov simply moved back his knight on g4. Bishop f3, well, if you move back your rook on f1, which is actually a better move, then anyways, black can go for knight takes f2. In our game bishop f3 was played, and this time we have knight takes f2. Yes, it turns out that there is no way to stop this angry knight. Bishop e3, and we have h takes g3. So already white could resign, but still kept on making a few more moves. We have the exchange of dark squared bishops on c5, bishop takes c6, relying on the fact that the queen can't leave the 7th rank because of this check, but Nezhmetdinov sees everything. After bishop takes c6, he announced a check from h3, and after king f1, this time announced a check from f5, forcing a resignation. If bishop f3, then black can either choose knight e6, and then knight g5 can be threat, or rook d3, or can even go for g2 check. If king takes g2, then knight f4 is winning, and if queen takes g2, Then anyways, knight g5 is coming and the game is over. If king e2, then queen c2, followed by a checkmate, and after rook d1 check, if we move like rook e1, then after the exchange of rooks and knight takes f3, this is a total destruction. The game will end up very quickly. Checkmate is just a matter of moves. That's why finally after queen f5 check we have a resignation. That was a nice and instructive attack by Nezhmetdinov, and I actually liked the way he played two knights defense. For those who are playing this opening, this game can be a nice subject of studying. In the end, let's solve a chess puzzle which is taken from a game played between Nezhmetdinov and Polugaevsky. The task is to find the winning line for white, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.